Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great morning, night, or evening whenever you are. It is great to see you. It is Mr. Camp, and today we're going to be reading a book about flowers. This week we're learning all about flowers because it is the beginning of spring. With plants, we remember we need dirt, water, and sun for it to grow big and strong and beautifully. So the thing when we talk about plants is that we never touch them because it will make them hard to grow. So we put our hands behind our back and we look with our eyes and we smell with our nose to help them grow and to admire them. So let's see what we're going to be reading today. Today we're going to be reading The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. This one is a nice book. So Eric Carle is the author and illustrator. The author is the one that writes the words, and the illustrator is the one that draws the pictures. That makes it better for us to enjoy the book. So let's start, should we? The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any other. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they going? Well, let's see. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burns it up. Poof! But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tiny and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed can never grow. And the rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water, plop, and drowns. The other one sails on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down into the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops and the seed falls gently down onto the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. Home. And the tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the tiny bird does not see it. Now it's winter. After their long trip, the seed settles down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives on the ground eats a seed for its lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it's spring. That's what we're in. That's our season. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. The birds fly by, the sun shines, the rain falls, and the seeds grow so round and full that they burst open a little. Now they're not seeds anymore. They're plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then, their little stems and leaves begin to grow up, 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 up towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the ones that are the small new plants. And the little plants dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child does not see the plants as he runs along, and oh no! He breaks one, and it cannot grow anymore. Remember, we got to be very gentle with our plants. We put our hands behind our backs. See, we want our plants to grow. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plants have 7. And look, a bud, and now it's even a flower. But what's happening? First, there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Oh no. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. Oh, he's being very kind. That's so helpful. It is summertime. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and it does not stop. The sun shines on and the rain waters it. It has many leaves and it grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at it. It is the tallest flower they had ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visit. They had never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it's autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow colder, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop off the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows hard, and the flower has lost almost all its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower once more. And the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seeds pods open. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away to the end. Oh, that was such a good book. What do you guys think happened? Do you guys think that those flower seeds that we saw are going to grow into a big flower again? I wonder. I hope so. But that's a big thing. That's why we cannot touch the flowers so that they can grow big and beautiful and abundant, which means that there's going to be a lot. So, the next time you see a flower, make sure you put your hands behind your back and smell your nose and see what type of beautiful flower it'll grow into. Thanks for listening.